Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Nelly and I am a realtor, romance author, and a Pilates instructor. And this is a weekend in my life, Friday to Sunday. I just finished 4 back-to-back classes. I have this 1-hour break, and then I have 2 more back-to-back classes, and then at the very least a 3-hour break. Wow, I'm bleeding. And then I am teaching the last 2 classes. We'll see if people book the 2 before that. So it's been a lot. The 4 I taught right now were 1 person, so it's a private basically, and then 3 people, 5 people, and then 1 person again. She was such a sweetheart. And then all the other 4 classes that I have currently all have 1 person in them. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, that is all I've done so far, but it is only 10 a.m. So, I also just started writing my next routine, and it's going pretty well. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, also, I only got collectively an hour and a half of sleep last night. So I had to be up at 5 to teach the 6 a.m. class. Collectively, an hour and a half. I was so tired. I'm pretty good now, though. I have 35 minutes, 40 minutes before I'm gonna open the door to prepare for the next class. But I don't feel like I need a nap right now. After those 2 classes, though, I might need it. Hello, I just had a cancellation for my 12 o'clock. My 11 was it was private, basically. I don't know why I just said that again. Anyway, I was sitting here waiting for my 12 o'clock, and I was like, I'll give her 10 minutes before I shut the door and stuff. And I just checked again, and she had canceled. So, this was the last class, and then there's technically a 3-hour break, and then from 4 to 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, there are classes listed. 6 and 7 are booked right now, 1 for each. 4 and 5 are not, but they have until 2 and 3 o'clock to book those. So I have a few hours to myself, and then I'm back to teaching, unless they cancel too. I've had every single class has had cancellations or no-shows today, which is kind of crazy because you guys are getting class passes charging y'all for that. But anyway, I'm gonna head over to Trader Joe's right now. I'm just gonna take a walk to Trader Joe's. By the way, I'm 7,000 steps into the day already, and it's 12 p.m. I'm gonna walk over to Trader Joe's because I'm starving, grab something to eat, bring it back, eat here while I work. I already posted 10 things to my other socials. I posted 1 to each of my 6 TikToks, 1 to my Instagram, 1 to my YouTube shorts, 1 to my Pinterest, but there's another one already scheduled for Pinterest, so that will make it 10. So those things are, and I read during my 10 a.m. break, I read my RPA, so I've already gotten a little bit done for real estate there. So look at me being productive on an hour and a half of sleep. Clearly that's good for me. Also, have not finished my coffee. It's mostly still there. Hello, there's technically still 10 minutes for someone to book my 4 o'clock, but as of right now, no one's booked it, and I have not been being productive in the things that I need to be productive in, but I've been being productive in the sense that a few days ago I started planning my Ireland and UK trip, which it's on my bingo sheet for this year. On the bingo sheet, planning it means I've also booked flights and stays and stuff, but I'm at the very start of planning it, and I'm also planning it with a drive instead of public transport and stuff. Assuming I'm going to be married by then. I'm single, by the way. Assuming I'm going to be married by then and I go with my man, I am delusional. But I am also an author, so we live in the Lululand. But let me show you. So I had started with just writing out everything on a doc, but then I switched it over to make a presentation because the other day I saw someone made a presentation for her husband. I was like, that's fun. So I started this. We got day 1. Dublin's the one I care about least, but I'm like, if I'm gonna be there, might as well go in. But here's the tricky part. I want to run the Connemara Marathon, which is on the 19th of April, which means if I fly into Dublin, everything I do, Connemara's over here, has to basically take me over there. I still want to get through all of this stuff in Ireland while we're here. Might as well make it up to Belfast, Ireland as well. I want to do all that. And the London Marathon is on the 26th of April. Well, I didn't get into that. First of all, my husband might. Well, I didn't get into that. I still think it'd be fun to be a spectator. So I figure one day to watch the 26th and 27th to actually do stuff in London. And then, I don't have this part on the presentation yet, so I can't show you. But then, after London, do a drive north on the way to Edinburgh. So there we can stop by Chatsworth House again. That's the Pride and Prejudice house. Because I want to be there with my husband. Because I'm Lulu. And then we can also drive up to Alnwick Castle, which is on the border of Scotland and England. And then make our way higher into the Scottish Highlands, back down to Edinburgh. My thing is, originally what I had on the dock was to do parts of Ireland, get up to Northern Ireland, to Belfast, and then from Belfast fly into London, from London drive up to Edinburgh, from Edinburgh fly back home. But now I'm thinking, because we have those 2 dates 1 week apart for the marathons, fly into Ireland, still fly into Dublin still, do like a day or two in Dublin, make it over, do the marathon. Because my thing is, I also want to only be there for like 1 or 2 days, maybe 3 max, before the marathon day. Like, I don't want to be there forever before the marathon day, but a couple days, go do the marathon. And then I'm thinking, because we're gonna be from Dublin, we're gonna be over to Galway, go, was that south, down to like where are we going? Dingle, down to Dingle, Killarney, over to Cork, up again. So basically do a full circle, make our way back up to Dublin, only, like, not to be in Dublin, only to take the flight from Dublin out to London. So by the 25th, make it from 20th to 25th, essentially make it from Galway all the way back to Dublin, but going in a circle at the bottom. Fly it from Dublin to London for the London Marathon, spend a day there so I can go to the Tower of London because I love doing that. But yeah, do all that. And then this is where the choice comes in. I've already been to the Cotswolds and I've already been to Oxford. So I've never been to Cambridge though, so we could go that way. So if my husband wants to do those, we can add in a day, drive down that way, drive west to Oxford and then Cotswolds. Cambridge is east, so that's the difference. I don't really care. Would not mind doing Oxford again. Or we can completely skip that and drive straight north, hit like little towns and stuff on the way, make it to Chatsworth House, spend a few hours at Chatsworth House, drive into Sheffield, which is right where Chatsworth House is, spend the night there, and then from Sheffield drive up to Alnwick Castle, do that, and then literally I think it's like a 10, 20, 30-minute drive over to Scotland. Then we can focus a little bit more on the south of Scotland while we're there, and then drive past Edinburgh up to the Scottish Highlands. I didn't go to Glasgow last time I was there, and I don't really care to go to Glasgow. I don't want to. But if my husband wants to, we can circle it around from the Highlands down to Glasgow, and then down to Edinburgh. And then, here's the thing. My only problem here is the only one we haven't done of the UK is Wales. Because from there, I was thinking Edinburgh to Belfast. Do a couple of the last Belfast things. And then that's kind of circles it around from Ireland to England, Scotland, to Northern Ireland. But we skipped over Wales. So I'm like, yes, technically I've been to Wales before. Because I did an adventure weekend when I was studying abroad. But technically I haven't been to actual Wales. Like, I went to the coast I was in Wales. I went to the coast, but I didn't actually experience Wales, you know? So my thing is, can I throw Wales in there somewhere where it makes sense, where you're kind of going in that circle? But that means it has to go between all the Ireland stuff and the London Marathon, which is not possible. So I would have to go London Marathon, drive over that way to Wales, then that way up to Scotland, and then over to Belfast. So that might be possible, because then we could also do from Belfast like 1 or 2 days. Like, I don't think I'm gonna need that much there. And then drive back down to Dublin, take the flight out of Dublin. By the way, it's like a 3-week trip at least. So that's also a lot of time. So I might be being the Lulu, but pretend it's my honeymoon. Before you start, I did post more social media. So I'm at 18 posts for the day, 12 on the 2 different sets. So 6 TikToks, 6 TikToks, 2 on my YouTube shorts, 2 on my Instagram, 2 on my Pinterest. I still need 2 more to hit my goal of 20 for the day. So I did that. But here's my presentation. I have spent hours doing this. Yes, I have. Well, rather than doing all my work that I should have been doing. All right, pause. Let me bring you to presentation mode. Let me do a full-on presentation. Ireland and the UK, spring 2026. She's beautiful. I do have specific dates for these. We'll see how that works out. Day 1, 17th of April, Dublin, which means we would fly out 16th of April, land early 17th. Maybe middle of the night, you know? Some stuff to do in Dublin, literally all the tourist stuff. I don't really care to do much else but the tourist stuff over there. And then from Dublin to Galway, drive, it's about 2.5 hours. There is one castle, it's that one, that we can stop on the way. There's probably other stuff we can stop too, but that's all I'm putting for now. A lot of this will be while you're driving, you're gonna figure it out. And then walking toward Galway, I don't actually know what I want to do in Galway yet, so that is there. Then we have the Connemara Marathon, which this picks you up from Galway, takes you there, and then brings you back. But if we have a car, we might drive, so we'll see. But that is that marathon. And then, ignore those pictures, they're Dublin pictures. A full day in Galway. This was specifically done because I figured the day after marathon, we might want to take it a little easy, you know, walk around, do something light. And then we're going to drive down to Doolin. From Galway, it's about 1.5 hours, do some of the other stuff. Cliffs of Moher, Aran Island, Doolin Cave. There is a horseback riding tour thing that I think would be really cool. So I put that in there. And then we're gonna drive from Doolin to CalRE, which is about 2.5 hours. And we spend the next 2 days there. The first day we're gonna drive out to Dingle, do the Dingle Sea Safari, because I feel like that would be really fun. And then Sleehead Drive Tour, which is not a real tour. This is just you drive around Sleehead and you get all of that. Internet says it takes about 3 to 4 hours, so we put 3.5. Then we stay in CalRE and we go to the national park. And according to this picture, if you do a full drive around, you hit a whole bunch of this stuff. Also, the falconry one, we definitely need to hit. So that'll be the full day. And then at the end of the day, either before or after dinner, we can drive from CalRE to Cork and finish it off there. Have a half day in Cork, probably less than a half day, but have some time in Cork, and then start driving up to Dublin. And on the drive, stop at the Rock of Cashel, Cahir Castle, and Blarney Castle. And then again, we don't have this yet, but basically, once we get from Cork to Dublin on this drive, the next day we're gonna fly out to London. And then I don't know what else will happen here. London Marathon is the next day, so I'll spectate that. Unless my husband's running it, then I'll just go and well, to be fair, I'll still be a spectator. And then we got a whole day in London. Right now I only have Tower of London and Greenwich in there because those are 2 things I know I want to do when I go back, but we'll see. From there, we're going to drive from London up to Chatsworth, about 3.5 hours. Chatsworth House, about 3 hours, I'm estimating. And then spend the evening in Sheffield. Then from Sheffield up to Alnwick, which is the Harry Potter castle, is about 3 hours. Again, I estimated about 3 hours there, who knows. And then drive up to Edinburgh, and on the drive, that's Eyemouth. I don't know where we'll actually stop. I just put a picture of the drive up there. And then these 2 are not necessarily done yet because they're Isle of Skye and Scottish Highlands, but I don't know exactly where and what I'm gonna want to do, because last time I did it was a 4-day tour of the Scottish Highlands and the Isle of Skye. It was amazing, but also it's 4 days. I don't know if we want 4 days. Plus this way, if we're driving, we can stop wherever and take any detour we want. Then from there, drive back down to Edinburgh, take a late night flight from Edinburgh to Belfast because it's about an hour, sleep it off. Next day, full day tour to Giant's Causeway, Dark Hedges, and Dunluce Castle. in Belfast. And then I don't have the rest of the thing yet, but basically this is about like 18 days so far, something like that. And we have jumped from Dublin to Galway, all the way around, from here to London, all the way up and back, from here to Belfast, this much of it. Now from here, from Belfast, we can go down to Wales and then back to Dublin, or we can just skip Wales and go straight to Dublin and fly back home. I'm not sure yet. Can you see right there? My full hair is full-blown red. Can you tell? I was just walking in and I noticed it. Full-blown red. Also, I picked up a copy. I still haven't slept. Isn't that crazy? I just finished my 6 p.m. class. There were 2 lovely ladies in it. We had the best time, like the 3 of us in a class together. I was like, let's keep it just the 3 of us. This was so much fun. They were the sweetest girls. I love them. So I can't wait to see them again. Do have a 7 o'clock booking. It's just 1 person. So I'm private, basically. So yeah, we'll see when they show up. We're almost done. Also, can you believe I'm not tired? I have not taken a nap. Maybe I really do drive, honestly, because I'm doing great. Mind you, what really helped was planning out that trip, because that was just fun. That wasn't work. But I'm doing great. Also, that coffee, nasty. I'm still drinking it because I opened it, but it's so heavily caramel that I can't taste anything else. I'm eating candy. Basically all I've had today. To be fair, I had my meals from Trader Joe's, but I've had a lot of candy and a lot of water. But I just finished, trying not to speak with my mouth full. I just finished my 7 o'clock. Lovely girl. We are done here and ready to go home. Happy Saturday. I just finished teaching my 4 classes for the day. It's exactly 11 a.m. I just cleaned all the machines, closed everything up. I'm about to head over to the bus stop. I've actually never used the bus stop here. So like I've used the tap card for the orange line. If you've been to the Valley, you probably know what that is. But I've never used the just like regular buses on the street. And I've never used the tap card app. So I need to go put money in my tap card app and then use it. So we'll see how that goes. But including the walk and the like bus transfers, it should take me about an hour to get back in to the Valley, because I have my Pilates training for anatomy tonight for 4 hours. So I just taught for 4 hours. I'm going to 4 hours of that. So that'll be 8 hours of Pilates. So yeah, this weekend is not looking like we're gonna get any book related stuff done other than like social media. But that's fine. This weekend is a very Pilates heavy day. Yesterday I also did look up stuff for Realty, like the new listings and all that. And I put them all down because I want to start doing social media for that, but we'll see. Especially because I can't do open houses. So I can't really do much else. Other than that, I can probably door knock maybe once a week, but again, I have to find the schedule for that. So, Pilates day today. Hopefully, here's the thing, when I get home, I kind of want to do other stuff, and I'm gonna be with my family, and my mom, my grandma are gone for the weekend. So it's just those kids. Yesterday, we were having dinner together, and we were like, it feels like there are no adults around. We're literally, every single one of us are adults. We're like, feels like the children are left home alone. So yeah, we'll have that again tonight. Kind of want to like make something, so I don't think I'm gonna have time to do anything book related. Also, I haven't read. I've not started Claiming Darkness yet. Hello, I just finished day 1 of anatomy for my Pilates training, and we did a lot of stuff, but we focused a lot. I know you can't see me probably, but whatever. We focused a lot on breathing and the core connection for breaths. And my gosh, my golly, does that really burn? But it was great. My abs are gonna be sore tomorrow. Do you see me? Does it look like I'm tired? No, because I'm not tired. I just ran 4.31 miles. I was supposed to run 35 minutes, and I was feeling so good. So I was like, let me go up to a 5K because I was attempting zone 2. I did not reach it, okay? Because my walking pace is higher than my zone 2. So my heart rate, I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but I was nowhere near zone 2. I was at like 163-ish the first like 2 miles, which is like a 35 over my zone 2. But anyway, I was feeling so good. When I got to 35 minutes, I was like, let me just go to 5K, 3.1 miles. I reached that and I was like, I'm feeling good. Let me go to 4 miles. I reached that and I was like, oh, we're almost at an hour. So let me just reach 1 hour. So yeah, We did exactly an hour, 4.31 miles, and I feel literally amazing. And surprisingly, my pace got faster with every single mile, but I feel great. I'm like, this is the one time I'm like, oh, that's what those runners are always talking about. But also, it's like 70 degrees, so it's very cool. And I don't live in a humid state, so I don't have to worry about that. So that could be part of the reason too. But I feel great. I was going so slow at first. I was like, there's no possible way I'm ever going to reach zone 2. Because I'm going 163 heart rate. And I'm basically almost walking. I'm like jogging so slow. But we got it. And I feel great. I could keep going. But I got to go do stuff. I started my dough for my bread. And I go put it in the fridge. I started my bread yesterday. It did rise, I think. We'll see. And then we are about to start jalapenos chopped, cheddars chopped. Happy Sunday. I just got back from church. Bread is there. I'm waiting for the oven to preheat. And then I'm gonna go get ready right now for my Pilates training. By the way, as I'm sitting here waiting for my bread to bake, and then I'm literally gonna head out. I literally take it out and I head out. But yesterday I was like, I love my Ireland itinerary, my Ireland UK itinerary, but it's a lot. And I want to take it slow and go on random excursions if I feel like it. So I'm gonna keep the one I have, and I'm gonna make like 2 or 3 more presentations with like condensing it. We don't have to hit every single spot, and then we'll see which one my husband picks. I'll let him have final choice. She's done. She's beautiful. She smells amazing, but she has to cool for 2 hours. So I'm gonna go to my training and then we'll cut her. Hello, I'm coming on just to say goodnight. It's Sunday night. Those clips you just saw, we went to the beach because 7 p.m. It was like 6:50. My brother was like, I'm taking our nephew to the beach. Do you want to come? I thought we were going to like one close by, 30-minute drive. So I was like, yeah, let's go. Also, good thing I went because it's not his son. It's like he's our youngest brother, so he's not in the fatherly stage yet, you know? So good thing I went. Not the point. He chose a beach an hour away from us. So by the time we got there, it was 8 o'clock. All of our charge, by the way, because we were driving Tesla, gone. We were there for all of like 7 to 10 minutes. It was too cold. My nephew was shivering. And then we drove back home. So we left at 7, came back 9:30. Because we had to stop somewhere to charge the car real quick. So, waste of a night. Like, it was whatever, but waste of a night. But Loki do want to go to, because I was gonna go. I was like, oh, we'll get there early enough that I could spend like 20-30 minutes going for a run. Couldn't do that because by the time we got there, it was already late. Like, sun was starting to go down, and more importantly, it was a random beach, so there was no like running path and stuff. So I wasn't gonna run on the beach. You know how much harder it is to run on sand? No. Anyway, I did absolutely nothing for my, other than social media the other day. I did absolutely nothing for my bucks this weekend. A whole lot of Pilates. I did day 2 of anatomy earlier today, by the way. It was really fun. And then a tiny bit of real estate. So that was this weekend. I have 8 classes booked for tomorrow.